Y'all got to see this shit, because if you don't see it, you won't be able to believe it. This is a chart. Now, this is showing who traded slaves, when they traded them, and how many they traded in the transatlantic slave trade. Right? Now, if you look at the top, Spain and Uruguay is together. Portugal and Brazil is together. Now, notice, Great Britain, the Netherlands, the United States, France, Denmark all had no slaves between 1501 and 1525. Now look, Spain is Moors, Portuguese is Moors. I told y'all that the other day. Look, slaves, 13,363 to be exact. Now look, 1526 to 1550, the same motherfucking slave traders, Spain, Portuguese, which is Moors, 50,000, right? We had almost 75,000 slaves right now. Now look, finally Great Britain get into the act between 1551 and 1575, right? Look what they do. They still can't fuck with the Spanish, 28,000. The Portuguese, 31,000. Look at Britain, 1,600. Look at France, 66. This is a code, by the way. That's a code. That's a code. There's no way under 100 slaves you're going to count them. They don't even call them slaves when it's that few. Right? Now, watch this. Then, 1576 to 1600, these motherfuckers amped it up. 60,000, 90,000. Look, they barely in the trade. Great Britain with 237. Netherlands with a 1,365. But look at these here. Denmark ain't got nothing to do with it. France. No, this is telling you ain't no slave trading going on in America yet. Right? But they told us it was. So what the fuck is going on? So watch this. 1626 to 1650. 44,000 from Spain, 201,000 from Portugal. Now everybody in the game. Look, everybody in the game. It's 824 in America. The Americans, this part right here, this line, 305,326 total. These are bought by the United States from islands. The baddest motherfuckers they brought over here, they wouldn't bring to the mainland unless they was babies. Because if they wasn't babies, you wouldn't be able to control them. The Hebrew names of the Atlantic slave trade. Now look, this is a kid. They telling you they didn't want no grown motherfuckers because the grown motherfuckers knew what to do. The kids didn't know what to do. They was innocent. So if we take the babies from these motherfuckers, yep, you right, Chanel. They controlled everything they gave us. That was smart on their behalf, and it was foolish of us. We lost the fucking war because of this shit. Now watch this. This is the route. Right? Now look. The vast majority of slave trading took place right over here in the West Indies. They don't want to bring the Rasta men, the ones that practice the Obe, the Juju, the Conjure. They don't want these Negroes, the Toussaint Louverture crew, in all of these islands down here, Virgin Islands, Central America. They don't want these motherfuckers on the mainland. They got enough problems in Florida with Seminoles. They got enough problems up through here with Chief Pontiac going up in here. And they got enough problems over in here with the Dakota and the Sioux. They don't want these motherfuckers that they got as POWs up here in the mainland. Y'all got to understand what they call Middle Passage was not what you was told. This is what they told you. They told you this was the Middle Passage right here when they brought all these slaves over here. That's not the Middle Passage. The Middle Passage was, see, it would say major slave trade route, and it pointed directly here to the West Indies. Major slave trade route. Why are they telling you that? There is a triangular, see if I can find it right quick, trade route that is the Middle Passage to the islands. Here we go, right here. Look, West Indies, Europe, Africa. West Indies, Europe, Africa. But now look where they're going. This is Ireland. This is Britain. This is Spain. Right? So first they left the British Isles, but they didn't. They left from here. But they tell us they left from the British Isles here. and came down in Africa and just went over there, casually picked up a few niggas, drove them over here and dropped them off, sold them and put them to work. Bullshit. That don't work like that. That don't work like that. I'm going to show you why it don't work like that. Let's go some more. I need y'all to be paying attention to this shit, because this is what we looked at like. Black royalty. Now look what they call them. Jews ruled Egypt as black royalty. You won't learn this in school. Who in the hell is these two? This is Edith of England and Otto I, the Holy Roman Emperor, in 929 AD. This them. These niggas. This is Ottoman. He the first Ottoman, Otto the first. Otto man. It was his empire. He's the first one. 929 AD. Right? Let's go back. Oh, we don't find the Ottoman Empire. It don't show you the origin of it. It just start off at 1300s when it show you the full extent of it. But where was it at? But right here, it tell you Holy Roman Emperor. Now I told y'all Rome was the ones that was behind the dirt. This is a Roman emperor in 929 after Constantine laid down the church. Now remember, the church was created by Nicene Council in 325 AD. Now, if I pull up the Nicene Council, you need to know who these people is. Now, this is absolutely not what it looked like. 80% of these people right here that they showing was not Caucasian. This is more accurate. I wanted to try to blow it up for y'all to see it. See, the farther you go back, the less they can hide the bullshit from you. This a nigga, 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 this a nigga. They call themselves Moors, these niggas. These are motherfuckers, look, all these motherfuckers black, except him. He a mulatto. This is the emperor. This Constantine dictating to them to set this shit up. But look down here. Why do you got this man laying on the ground? He look like he Caucasian. Because they resting on the back of the European. They resting, all of this is the platform. And it's resting on the back of the European. They telling you the dirt they doing in the imagery, but because you don't read their pictures, we all take it as haphazard. Look, every one of them brought a scroll. Every one of them. You can see they scroll. Every one of them got a scroll. Why? Because they all have to mesh all this shit they believe into what we call the Holy Bible. Now let's go back. So from here, I show y'all another book. When the World Was Black. I need y'all to get a good look at this book. Look. History is not everything, but it's a starting point. History is the clock that people use to tell their political and cultural time of day. This is John Henry Clark. It is a compass they use to find themselves on a map of human geography. It tells them where they are, but more importantly, what they must be. Now, this book goes all off into it. Who did what? Who is the original man? Africa before Egypt, the journey of man. So they tell you the dirt that they doing, but they don't think that none of us regular Negroes is going to ever pick up on this shit and put it on the flow for what it is. But I'm going to put it on the flow because I can't see this. No, check this out. I liked this. What if I told you all presidents are only front men to distract you from the people who really run the country? Right? Now watch. Let's get into this. I told y'all before that the Moors was behind Hollywood and all that shit. Now remember I showed you, I'm going to go pull it up again in a minute. Right? I'm going to pull it up again in a minute. But right here, see that? Now read what it says. Statue of a black Moor holding a Habsburg coat of arms. Right? And you would assume, if you don't know history, that he worked for the Habsburgs. But he can't carry their coat of arms if it ain't. Look at how big his chalice is. He is a high-ranked dignitary. Look, 1, 2, 3. 3 tiers of those Jews. Now, next, from here, this is also a book, by the way. Black Royalty Jews Ruled Europe. You go here, and look what we see. Now, you can't tell me this look like no Caucasian at no time, nowhere. Now, who is this guy? What is he? Why do they even have a picture of him? So let's find out who he is. You look down at the bottom and tell you who he is. No, it's a better one. Okay, more. Here. His name, nope, that's not him. That's who do the picture. But this was on the page about black Jewish royalty. Now, this sword and this seal on his hat makes the difference. But look who he's associated with. Look at the coat of arms. You see that? Black, black. Boy Scout symbol, Boy Scout symbol. See the horns? 3 of them. 3 trumpets. Right? But look up here. These are horns or vocal horns coming out of this crown. Look at the symbol for the Boy Scouts. This is the secret hidden symbol of matriarchy or the bee. Right? Now look what he's holding. This is the Pope's hat. This is the Pope's hat. The whole world is looking at the United States of goddamn America for what? Waiting on these motherfuckers that look like this to do something. They didn't came from Africa and told me. They didn't came from China and say, what's wrong with the blacker people? That's not how they was when they was Lily. What the fuck Lily mean, motherfucker? Black, black. That mean the real black motherfuckers. Those who can assimilate noon. Not none, it's called noon. They call them nuns to motherfucking confuse you as if the woman was insignificant. She's significant than a motherfucker. So you want to beat her ass because your titty ass can't control that woman. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. If you allow the woman to beat her true self, you won't even want to put your hands on her. Why would you? That'd be like sicking a dog on a flower. A big ass, vicious ass German Shepherd on a flower. Shit in the world. You is training your dog to kill a flower. So you understand what the woman is to you, then you understand what you are to her. Be your best self, and you're going to attract whatever the fuck you want. It's going to naturally come. It's the order of the universe. Anything within order, anything in order will attract order. Anything in disorder will attract disorder. Like attracts like. But it's also opposites attract. But those are two different things. Like attract like is an electric response. Opposites attract is a magnetic response. And if you don't know the difference in the two, you stuck at the crossroads, lost and alone. You like Olivia, lost and turned out. Olivia the slave got distracted on her way to grandmama's house. What the fuck was she going to grandmama's house for? That's the old lady. They telling you your history in the words. The OJ say there's a message in our music. Africans say send it on the drum. Muhammad said bring me the ducks, the drums. You motherfuckers got to wake up. It's over. If anybody don't know what's over by now, you're going to get a rude fucking awakening. In a matter of days, y'all going to see some shit going to fuck your brain. These niggas off in mass. You can't cut them off too fast because, see, the way that the system works, the older ones die first, the older egos, not the older bodies, the older egos die first. So that the younger egos can go pick that corpse up, the shell of what held the ego, the artificial spirit matrix. So as they clean each other up, they all dropping dead. So you see a doctor been treating these motherfuckers, all of a sudden he dropped dead. His work done. We don't need that ego no more. Turn him off too. We got some more motherfuckers to turn off that look like this because they don't want to do their work. They lazy, trifling, entitled, and shiftless motherfuckers. Now they don't do their work. When they turn that ego off in a motherfucker that look like this, that nigga gonna be so goddamn violent, you gonna have to hit him with a machine gun. Because he didn't do his work. He don't know how to control that shit. He gonna blow a fucking fuse. He gonna have a stroke, heart attack, as they call it. You can't function if you don't do your fucking work. You won't make it. But you'll come back when you're ready to make it. Because when you go to the other side, you got a whole council of motherfuckers waiting on you over there to say you fucked up to the left, you fucked up to the right when you should have bumped straight. They're going to teach you all the shit you need to know before they put you back in this motherfucker because we're not doing this shit no more. We're not going through this shit no more. We not going to clean this motherfucker up like this no more because we're not going to let it get back out of hand like this no more. And the only reason it got out of hand is because we was trying to be nice to some motherfuckers that don't need to be here. I didn't want to be nice to the motherfuckers out the gate, but mama said, give them the benefit of the doubt. Well, it's like Zozar Moon told me, nigga, ain't no benefit in doubt. You doubt for a reason. You doubt to find the answer. That's where the doubt come in. Doubt is to spur you to find the answer. That's the only benefit you're going to find in doubt. Find the fucking answer. Why do you doubt? Why do you think this motherfucker shouldn't be trusted? Examine that shit. But first, you got to make sure it ain't your ego talking. That means you got to do self-work. But once you do the self-work, guess what? Everybody else going to tell you why they fucked up and where they fucked up at. They going to tell you what they take to heal them. And you're going to be able to give them the prescription that they asked for according to what they told you. It's like when you go to the doctor. If the doctor can't talk to you, he can't determine what's wrong with you readily. You got to run a battery of tests. But if he can sit there and have a conversation with you, we don't want to accept the fact that this shit is over with. These imposters is going to be dropping dead all around you. You're going to be walking and talking, having a conversation with a motherfucker. All of a sudden, he's going to be quiet. You're going to look back. He's going to be laying stiff as a board behind you 20 steps. He can do his work. Got to go. The ones that look like this going to get it last because they're going to get it the hardest. The reason they're going to get it last is twofold. The first reason they're going to get it last is because they got to have an opportunity to straighten up their act, to balance themselves with the laws of nature. That's why I don't care what the ego tell you you are. If I see the gold in your heart, I'm going to tell you I see it so you know yourself, you have to tune in to the golden heart and ignore the dark ego. You got to do that on your own. I can only give you the prescription, and the prescription comes from what you tell me. Sometimes you tell me verbally in words, and sometimes you tell me with language of the body language. You flip me signs and symbols that say, hey, look at me over here. I need help. I'm the motherfucker of last fucking resort. When everybody else gave up on you, that's when they send you to me. This nigga ain't gonna be about shit. Send him to ride. That motherfucker got a heart of gold. All that mean shit he doing is because he's trying to wake up and y'all don't know how to help. The best help sometimes is to get out of motherfucker way. And he'll wake up on his own. Get the fuck out of his way and he'll wake up on his own.